chase. Okay, so welcome back. This time, my book club read this book right here. Okay, you see it? You see it. This book is called Once You Go Gangsta. And it's written by Corey Robinson. Okay, you see it? You see it. Now, the reason that me, myself, and I, which are the people in my book club, chose this book because mainly I be reading two serious books. And I was in the library one day and I just seen this on the shelf while I was going to go check out another book that I got, and I was like, a little different. So, just a recap of this book. It's about a guy who has been in the streets most of his life. He like one of the top drug dealing thugs in the streets or whatever. And he is never, first off, he ain't really never satisfied with what he got. And I feel like more people need financial education, because if you making all this money in the streets, baby, you need to be doing some legit stuff as well, okay? You ain't never seen the movies? You ain't never seen it? You ain't never seen Breaking Bad or nothing? I think they bought a car wash. All these people have legit ways to use their money, first off, and you didn't, okay? His name, the main character name in the book was Monty, and that was the guy who was basically the top dog. It was really another person named Chance who was the top dog, but Chance said he going legit, he getting out the business, and he was handing it over to Monty, okay? And Monty was a typical, you know, messing with all the women's. And one day he met this woman who he just thought she was different, okay? One day Monty was in the strip club with his homeboy, and Cara was the waitress, and she was like hard to get, and he really liked that, so he wanted to pursue. Strip club got shot up, okay? And then guess what? The next day when Monty woke up, he was shot, but he woke up, and guess what, y'all? Cara was also his nurse. What a coincidence. So, of course, Monty was like, oh, I want to get this girl Cara. Like, she the woman I've been looking for. She ain't out here tricking and like these other women. And I really want her, even though she's playing hard to get. Long story short, of course, Cara went for Monty, you know. She went for him. And when Cara came into Monty's life, things just started going a little sideways, okay? And Cara started running for him, drugs, money, something like that, and then one day she got robbed. They stole everything from her, okay? Another time, it was like this trap house that Monty had. It had all the drugs, the guns, the money in it. And he only told two people about it, which was Cara and the guy that told Monty about it. The guy who was guarding the whole safe house or trap house for Monty for all these years until Monty found out about the guys, the whole story. And it didn't make sense for the guy who knew about it for years to rob him. And my thing is, he never suspected Cara. He was always like, she real, she down to earth, she here for me. And that's the thing. That's a message message right there, because too many of y'all don't be seeing people for who they are because you having sex with them and you lusting after them and you not seeing that they really ain't there for you. You just so struck in lust that you don't see it. And that was the problem. And it really was irritating me the whole time I was reading this book, because it's like, baby, why you don't see that it's her? All this flaw stuff ain't started happening until she came around. Put two and two together. You supposed to be this street dude. You got to the top some kind of way, some kind of smarts, but clearly not enough. Put two and two together, baby. It's her. It's her. And then people in his life, like the head person who was over him, who was giving him all the biz, Monty had found out that was his real life brother, and he just never knew because his daddy had him with a side chick and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And so his brother named Chance, and Chance was like, I think I seen that girl before somewhere. Okay? Keep that in mind. That's what Chance said. And then one time, Monty went to go visit his daddy in prison. Of course, the daddy in prison, right? Typical, right? He went to go visit the daddy in prison, and he took Cara because, of course, they gonna get married. That's his wife. I tell her everything. And the daddy was like, she look a little familiar. So, Monty, you didn't realize that all this flaw stuff was happening when she came in your life. And then multiple people around you saying, she look a little familiar. You ain't put that together. I don't like that. So, in the end, which was one thing that really irritated me about this book, baby, because if you look at this book, okay? Look at this book. If you look, nothing about this book says sequel. Nothing. I picked up this book with the intention of knowing the start to finish. Not, this is part 1 of 2 or part 1 of 3. No, nothing about this book said that. And I stayed up all night. I read this book in like one night. And I was irritated at the end when I didn't find out what happened, because it seemed like it's a part 2 that's coming. Next time, y'all need to say that. If you're an author and you know the story not about to finish, let the people know. Let the people know before we start reading the book. Let us know that we're not going to know the full story when you finish the book, okay? But all in all, I mean, it was a little raunchy book, street book. It was a cool little read. Like I said, it ain't take too much of my time. I read it in like one night, so that was cool. I'm just very irritated that it's a sequel, and I'll never know what happened because I'm not gonna go in search of the next book that come out. I'm not doing that. So all I'm gonna say is hopefully he found out it was Cara who was the flaw one in the situation. At the end of the book, his daddy from prison basically had called him and was like, I know where I seen Cara from before. And then that's how it ended. And I was like, why would you do that? Why would you, Corey Robinson? Why would you do that? I don't like that. But it was a cool book. I mean, if you want a little raunchy, ratchet story, street book to read this one. It was cool. Maybe by the time that you see this video, the second book will have come out, and then you can read them at the same time. But I ain't doing all that. I ain't going for a search. If I just so happen to be in the library again and I walk by and the second book is out, then I'll get it. But other than that, I ain't going on the hunt for it. So, yup, that was cool. Next book on the list, I'm not sure. I have so many books that I need to read. So I'm not sure what I'll read next. I'm not sure what my book club will pick next. I'm not sure, but y'all will know eventually when I do another book rundown. Y'all will know.